Today we're here in a back alleyway, behind some restaurants here in Toronto, Canada. Let's see what kind of life we find today. Scientists go around the world researching the rare, beautiful, and complex ecosystems it has to offer. But they often forget about the ecosystems right at their doorsteps. What's up with that? Back alleyways aren't exactly known as biodiversity hotspots, but they're teeming with life. Let's see how many species we can find in a meter by meter square behind a bunch of restaurants here in downtown Toronto. Let me know in the comments below any of your guesses before we get going on this video. First off is this plant. It is called greater plantain or Plantago major. It's a super common plant found in many disturbed areas, including pavement cracks, lawns, roadsides, and the edges of fields. It has oval-shaped leaves that form a rosette that is flush to the ground. It's very short in height, at an average height of 20 centimeters. A common name for this plant is rat's tail, because of the way that the straw-colored flowers grow on a spike. It looks a lot like a rat's tail. Hence the name. This plant is tough and has trample-resistant leaves and strong elastic fibers. The second plant that I came across was a variety of knotweed. This plant is an annual herbaceous plant native to Canada. It grows to an average of 30 inches tall and has yellow and green blooms. It is suspected that before people cultivated corn on this continent, the native peoples of North America cultivated and consumed this plant instead. As with most plants we'll find today, it is very tolerant to disturbance. Before urbanization, this plant was mostly found as ground cover below forest canopies. But now, as humans have spread the seed, it's often found in disturbed areas and in urban areas. Crabgrass, also called fingergrass, is an annual plant that grows in cultivated areas and lawns. It has tall, finger-like blades of grass. This one is pineapple weed. And you can tell because if you crush the flowers and smell them, they smell like sweet pineapple or chamomile. Next up is the Virginia pepperweed. Now this plant gave me a bit of trouble in its identification because it looks kind of different depending on what life stage it's at. Also called poor man's pepper, this plant is part of the mustard family. As you can tell by its name, it has a peppery taste and white flowers with 4 petals each. This plant, along with a lot of the ones we'll discuss today, is very common, especially in disturbed areas, such as roadsides. It is native to North America, Mexico, and the southern parts of Ontario. On average, it's about 10 to 15 centimeters tall. Similarly to most of the plants we've seen on this list today, this plant is considered a weed. Another plant I found was hairy nightshade. Next, I found some seed pods, which I found out were from a tree called the black locust. Black locust is native to Canada, and although most of the species within this genus grow as shrubs, it grows as tall as a tree, from 30 to 50 feet on average. It has dark colored bark and roundish, bluish greenish colored leaves. Its seed pods, I think we found the culprit for all these seed pods, which is what I found within our meter by meter by meter cubed, are flat and mostly straight with a slight curve, and they contain black seeds. When in bloom, this species has white clustered flowers. Not to sound like a broken record, but black locust, like most of the other plants on this list, grows very well in disturbed areas. Specifically, it does very well in nutrient-poor soils. The next plant that I found was the common yellow wood sorrel. This is a perennial herbaceous plant native to Canada. It has clover-like leaves that taste very sour and sometimes are used to make salads. However, they're very high in oxalic acid and therefore should be used in great moderation. As usual, these plants thrive in waste areas, lawns, and on roadsides. This species has heart-shaped trifoliolate leaves, meaning they look kind of like 3 leaves all squished together. It has yellow flowers with 5 petals that are about 5 to 10 millimeters in diameter. This next species is called the lady's thumb. This species is called that as it has a sort of black thumbprint-like pattern on many of its leaves. It often also sports black dots across its leaves. This is an annual plant found in wastelands, croplands, and open fields. This species has alternating leaves along its stem and can grow in all different soil types. Its stems are reddish to greenish and its flowers are pinkish-whitish. This species' flowers are small, have 5 petals, and grow in dense, cylindrical spikes. Next up, Tree of Heaven. This species is native to China and therefore invasive here in Canada. It has large, smooth, compound leaves. It can even alter the soil chemistry to poison other plants that would grow around it. Next, common pursulence, a fast-growing annual plant. This species sports succulent-like leaves that are spoon-shaped or oval and very fleshy, full of water. It has yellow flowers. Another species I found was hairy crabweed. This is an annual species, part of the mulberry family. It has triangular-shaped leaves and flowers that are purple when they're young and turn brown as they get older. Copse bindweed. This species can climb 2 to 3 meters high. It is an annual species with 5-petaled green flowers. It's very difficult to identify some species that were either very damaged or very, very young. So here are a couple honorable mentions that I think I saw, but couldn't quite confirm. Common bladder senna, goldenrod, hedge mustard, daisy, garlic mustard, and devil's beggarticks, black nightshade. I'd say our final count for plants is probably around 20 different species-ish, give or take a bit. And then there's the insects. We have a cute little pill bug, a common bottle green fly, and last but not least, a black garden ant. Ants are very hard to catch on camera. Wow, 23 species? That's quite a lot for just a back alleyway in downtown Toronto. Is that how many species you guessed? Let me know how close your guess was in the comments down below. I'm trying to get to 150 subscribers before my birthday in September. So make sure to subscribe and stay curious.